Thanks for joining our session where we're going to talk about how you can make finance strategic from the very start of the sales process by embedding finance into Salesforce, enabling downstream billing and revenue automation within NetSuite. Let's start with a statement that you've probably heard. NetSuite just can't handle recurring revenue models. Can't handle subscriptions, can't handle usage, definitely can't handle digital wallets and prepaid credits. Well, this is just not true. NetSuite is more than capable of handling any pricing model if you embed finance directly into the sales process. My name is Sean Joyce. I'm a co-founder here at Continuous. These are some of the other team members that you will be meeting with me here at SuiteWorld. We want you to know that we've been in your shoes. We've built many of the billing and revenue tools that you are being told to use, but we're also end users. We are implementers. We've integrated these front and back office systems, and we really designed Continuous to be an enhancement of the core systems that you currently use. We're trusted by companies such as Avalara and Medallia, and later in the session, you're going to be hearing from Steve Finley at ACI Learning on how they use Continuous to simplify the front and back office handoff. Let's look at the systems that you may have in place. So we're here with you at SuiteWorld, so it's very likely that you're using NetSuite as your financial system of record. This is where you're going to define your revenue policies and GL treatments, right? But sales may not be using NetSuite. Sales may be using something like Salesforce. This is where the chaos begins because sales is going to need to do custom discounting. They're going to want to introduce new ways to price and package, which may include usage and digital wallets as new models. Well, this chaos is often left to be solved by your RevOps team. So RevOps has to figure out, how do we get this data from the front office to the back office? Do we do swivel chair handoffs? Do we use Excel? Do we do manual calculations? Ultimately, what they're often going to be told is, go buy a new billing system. Go buy a tool outside of Salesforce and NetSuite to solve all of this complexity. Well, the reality is these standalone billing applications introduce new chaos because they have their own product catalogs and objects and structures of the way they work, requiring all new integrations with both your front and back office systems. And to add insult to injury, they also force both your sales and finance users to leave the user experiences that they've grown to love within NetSuite and Salesforce. At Continuous, we really focused on the idea of optimizing your core systems that you have in place. And the way that we did it is we introduced this concept of revenue fabric. So what do we mean by that? As App Exchange partners of Salesforce, what we have done is we have built revenue fabric directly into the sales process. So this makes finance the hero because you're able to tell sales, you want to price and package in a new way, you should go for it. You want to introduce new digital wallet models? That's great. You can do that as well. So sales gets the flexibility that they want, but we also are Suite app partners of NetSuite. So by taking that data from the front office, we can now bring it into NetSuite in a way that makes NetSuite your true billing and financial system of record and makes things like NetSuite Advanced Revenue Management work seamlessly with front office data. We additionally have the ability to process high volume, complex usage models if required. So we do that through our performant AWS platform, which obviously operates outside of both Salesforce and NetSuite, to handle all of those complex calculations while feeding the data to both Salesforce and NetSuite in a way that they can consume. So your sales team can have visibility into digital wallet and prepaid credit balances, while finance gets the ability to automate revenue recognition directly in NetSuite ARM. Let's hear from Steve Finley from ACI Learning on how they use Continuous to optimize their sales and financial processes.
Hi, I'm Steve Finley, CFO of ACI Learning. ACI Learning is a IT and cybersecurity training company, and we offer that training across a number of different dimensions, including live in-person training, a SaaS platform, as well as virtualized lab simulations that we sell to academic institutions and other corporate partners. As a private equity roll-up, we had a lot of different disparate systems that didn't all talk. We had a lot of siloed data, and it made it very hard to drive accountability throughout the organization because we weren't all speaking the same language, looking at the same data, and we weren't able to align on the same metrics. And so we needed to take care of a lot of tech debt at the same time as set up something that would be scalable into the future with continuous type. It was really important for us to keep NetSuite at the center of billing and revenue recognition. We'd had a hodgepodge of duct taped together systems, and that's what we were trying to move away from. So at the very core of what we were trying to accomplish is make NetSuite more central to everything so that it becomes the source of truth for a lot. And then we can leverage that system to a much greater degree, which is what we're able to do now. We were introduced to Continuous Tech by our private equity sponsor. And right off the bat, my CEO and I felt that they really understood the challenges that we faced and had recommendations and solutions ready to present for how we were going to accommodate those. And we really felt that partnership from day one. So what we saw in CT was not just a technology solution that we would then be left to figure out how to make work, but strategic thought partners that had been there, done that were capable of accommodating the significant complexity we have in our business and the significant difference in business models that we needed a solution, and really partner with us every step of the way. One of the biggest changes we've seen is that as a finance function, we are now able to really look downstream alongside our go-to-market function in a way that we weren't before. When we were just focused on making sure that things are going out accurately, we weren't really looking at what was coming. And really the biggest change now is that we're able to do that. And I think more broadly than that, I think that our go-to-market team members are much more satisfied with the new stack that we've created. It makes their lives easier, and it removes a lot of challenging conversations between us and the go-to-market team, because we have a lot more confidence in what's going out the door and being sent to our customers in terms of invoicing. One key data point that highlights the success of this partnership is that in the prior tech stack, we were spending over $1 million a year on third-party consultants that were really just trying to keep the gears moving. And we've eliminated all of that third-party consulting spend now that we've launched our solution with Continuous Tech. The advice I would give is to work with a team that you feel from day one is really going to act as a strategic thought partner, and not just someone that's going to sell you technology, but someone that's going to ride that evolution with you, so that when things come up, things change, the scope's revised, you encounter challenges that you didn't appreciate at the outset, that they're going to work with you to accommodate those things as they come up and find novel solutions. Someone that's been there, done that, and someone that is just a good partner.
Thanks again to Steve and the entire ACI team. We're thrilled to partner with you, and we're excited to continue this partnership. Now, let's take a look at how all this works in practice. Finance always is going to begin in NetSuite. This is where you define your items, your GL rules, your revenue policies, and so forth, everything that you need to make NetSuite the true financial system of record. What Continuous does is links those items directly to Salesforce products. This is what we call Revenue Fabric. This is the connective tissue that ensures every quote built in Salesforce or self-service model is going to respect the rules that finance is defined in NetSuite. For example, here is a simple subscription product, per user, per month annual contract. In Salesforce, this product is linked directly to a non-inventory item in NetSuite. This means when sales closes the deal, a sales order is created in NetSuite automatically with the right billing and revenue recognition rules already in place. Benefit here is alignment. Sales has the flexibility to package and price subscription however they need, and finance doesn't lose control in the downstream process. Even more important, when that subscription needs to be amended or renewed, changes can be made right in Salesforce and they'll flow back into NetSuite without rework or duplication. NetSuite remains your financial system of record for invoices and revenue recognition. We all know subscriptions are the easy part. Let's take a look at a usage model. In this example, sales is adding a compute product to the order. This isn't just flat rate usage, it's priced across multiple dimensions with contract-specific rates. Normally, these kinds of complex usage models aren't supported in either Salesforce or NetSuite. You'll need a third-party system and a lot of manual work. With Continuous, it's easy. Revenue Fabric ensures that even with multi-dimensional or custom usage pricing, finance rules are preserved and sales still has the flexibility to shape the deal in Salesforce. Finance doesn't have to chase down what sales sold. It's aligned from the very start. Once you've experimented with pay-as-you-go, you're likely going to start seeing a need to expand to more complex models. So prepaid credits, commitments, and digital wallets. Here's an example. So customers logging into your self-service portal and they want to estimate how much compute they expect to use this year. Continuous is going to provide recommendations to optimize their spend. They're going to have the ability to choose from a set of packages that incent them to make more commitments, either an increased amount or increased time, and they're going to get benefit from that increased commitment. Also will give them flexibility in how they consume your products. On the finance side, this gets complex. Prepaid balances aren't all the same. Customers may have a promotional balance and a paid balance, and those must be tracked separately in NetSuite because they have different accounting treatments. Continuous does that automatically. Policies can also be applied, things like reload rules, rollover, expiration, to make sure that prepaid credits are used in line with company policy and revenue recognition standards. We even support things like virtual currencies and tokens, giving your sales and product teams more flexibility to create customer-friendly pricing without creating compliance and audit headaches downstream in NetSuite. Now that we've set up these contracts and sales order, let's take a look at how the usage will actually get into Salesforce and NetSuite. For simple use cases, finance can upload CSV files directly into Salesforce or NetSuite UI using a CSV loader. This is convenient for companies that track usage outside their core platforms and maybe just need to load usage once a month or once a week, just very periodic usage loads. But for more complex, high-volume environments, CSV uploads aren't enough. So for those situations, Continuous integrates directly with your internal applications. We can use APIs, Snowflake, Amazon S3 buckets to load usage and then have Continuous process that usage at scale. We can handle billions of usage records per month. And here's what's really important. The rating and the calculation is done outside of NetSuite and Salesforce, which means that only rated lines need to go to NetSuite. This means that NetSuite's going to stay lean and high performing while finance still gets the detail they need for billing and revenue recognition. Now let's take a look at the results. Here in Salesforce, you can see prepaid balances being drawn down in real time as usage events are processed. These same credit impacts are also visible in NetSuite, giving finance a clear view of how balances are being consumed. This creates visibility across the business. Sales see burns down quickly, which creates upsell opportunities. Customer success can see unused credits, which flags adoption issues. And finance has the detail they need to automate revenue recognition directly in NetSuite without spreadsheets or manual intervention. With Continuous, every deal, subscriptions, usage, digital wallets, all flow cleanly from Salesforce or your self-service application into NetSuite. Revenue Fabric ensures finance defines the rules, while sales gets to keep flexibility that they need for adding new pricing and packaging models. The result is accurate invoices, automated revenue recognition, and real-time insights that make finance not just a back office function, but a true driver of growth. Thank you, everybody, for attending our session on how you can make finance strategic from the very start. We're really looking forward to meeting you at SuiteWorld. We'll be located at booth 419 on the expo floor. And I'd also invite you to register for our giveaway using the QR code that you see on the screen. We are giving away 2 tickets to any F1 race of your choice globally in either the 25 or 26 racing season. And we are also giving away 2 Lego Technique F1 Red Bull car kits. That'll be a lot of fun for you or your kids to put together. Thanks again, and we look forward to meeting with you.